5, 4, 3, 2. We are live. We are live back in the building. You all good, bros. It is what it is. My boy right here getting high, y'all, but don't mind that. We are back in the building. I know it's been you know, it be like that sometimes, but it be like that sometimes, people. But y'all, I know it's been a while. It's been a while. We only done like one. I think I did one show last Sunday. And then my boy got back from them Wade County streets.
The 305.
And I know that Casamigos had them whoop boys' asses, and them boys had to get back on the clock. You know, that trip also whipped that bank account ass. So man's got to get back to real life. And
oh God,
I've been working like a slave the last couple of days, so it's just been kind of hard to tap in, but we making sure we get it in today. We both do work this evening, but we making sure we tap in today. Before we go to work, today's episode will be super simple. Before we get started, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. Big Bet Sports, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, wherever you at. Also, remember Apple, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts. We are all over those platforms as well. And so with that, I'll let y'all know today Kramm is going blind. I'm just throwing some topics at him. I just want to get his genuine response, reactions, thoughts to said different topics. The first one I will hit you with happened out in Seattle at Jamal Crawford's pro-am.
Yeah.
With Chet Holmgren catching a little foot injury, gone for the season. Gone for the season. If you are the Thunder, how do you feel about that? If you Sam Presti, how you feel about that?
I think he feels good. I think it's like an odd stroke of luck. I think they knew he wasn't ready to come out here and compete at an NBA level, guarding Joel Embiid's, Jokic, real premier centers. I think they knew his body wasn't ready for it. And with a year off, just getting your physicality right, building up all the strength that you need, this might be like a blessing in disguise for the Thunder, honestly. And I think I don't think the injury is serious enough to sit him out for the whole season. So that has to be like in their agenda or something. That's what I would assume.
I don't know the medical side, length of time, anything about that. I do know, however, that I do agree with everything you just said. Now, if I'm the Thunder, I'm a wee bit upset because, brother, I will say, I just guaranteed you a slew of millions of dollars, brother. If you're gonna get hurt, I need that to be done in our facilities, brother. I need that in our facilities, brother. So that would have been my thing as a Thunder. That would have kind of been the one thing to me, but I also feel like if it happened, it was gonna happen eventually, regardless. Like you said, that's what
gonna happen the whole time,
right? And that's exactly like you said. It showed, obviously, bro. We could tell off the rip the homie is little. Like the ball need to go down there by Zion, brother, and eat some of that New Orleans food for 6 months. I promise you, brother. It put some weight on you down there. People go in the 3-3-7, eat you some meat and rice, brother. But that ball needs something. And it's like, bro, it's like you said, think about it, bro. It's guarding Joel.
Yeah, it'd just be a tough task. It'd be a really tough task to ask him to go ahead and do.
Bro, it'd be a tough task to ask him to guard Rudy Gobert.
And I was gonna say, when I was naming centers, I was actually gonna say Rudy Gobert, but then I didn't want to be like But yeah, it really would be hard to ask him to stop Rudy Gobert in the post, and that is a significant problem. Saying that you are trying to play in the post, like, because you got to be able to stop at least Rudy Gobert if we're gonna be able to stop anybody.
Brother, come on, P.
So I think it's a blessing in disguise, bro. They give him a year to just really build up your physical abilities, get right in the gym, still work on your skill, but mostly just get right in the weight room. And I think it is going to help him in the long run.
I agree. Put him on 15, 20 pounds of muscle, maybe 30. Oh, brother, you're small, P. You're small, brother.
That's what I need, 30.
You're small, brother, so you need to get on a big bulking diet. Yeah, people, that ball need a big bulking diet. You need to be in that weight room 3-4 times a day, brother. 6-7 days a week.
Just eating Jiffy. Eating Jiffy.
Hey, Jiffy, big spoons, big spoons. The spoon you cook your gumbo with, brother, the ladle. But all right, we'll move on from that one. We'll move on from that one. So earlier in the week, it came out that Kevin Durant and the Nets decided that they was going mend terms and move forward as a unit. Now you're looking at the Brooklyn Nets going in the next season. You got Kevin Durant. You got a move. You look like there you go, bro. That disappeared. There's a shadow. But now you got Kevin Durant. You got Kyrie Irving. You got Ben Simmons. What do the Nets look like next season? First, do you think they can function? I know you say they got Cam Thomas, brother, but
Cam Thomas.
It seems like Steve Nash be hating on Cam Thomas, so I'm not too sure with that, brother. But so with that, what do you do? First, do you think the Nets will be able to coexist? Steve Nash, Sean Marks, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, with everything that's transpired over these last 60, 90 days. Well, fuck it, the last year, since Kyrie started with the whole not getting vaccinated. Over the last year, do you think they can function as a unit?
Yeah, I think so. I personally do. I know this year now it has to get done. This is the year. If it doesn't get done this year, then everybody's gone, or for sure somebody's gone. The whole thing won't be there next year if they don't get it done right now. So I think everybody could put that and try to accomplish the same goal, and that's winning the championship. That's starting with Sean Marks, Steve Nash, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, all the Brooklyn Nets. I think they can all put their pride to the side for this one and go out there and get it because they have the talent to be a great basketball team. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say they don't got a great coach. They do not have a great coach because I'm not a fan of Steve Nash. So I have no argument in what Kevin Durant is saying or what Cam Thomas is saying. But I do think they have the talent to be a good basketball team. And I think if they put their pride to the side, they could go out there and compete for a championship for sure.
I feel that. Okay. And so with that, I will ask you then, what is a let me ask it like this. If the Nets, they running it all back, obviously they locked in. If they don't make it to the finals, is that a failed experiment?
If you don't win a championship, bro, I think it's for a lot of these teams, bro. Like every team is basically in a situation to where if you don't win the finals, then it is a bust season. We could say the Lakers didn't make the finals last year, but this year, bro, if you don't make the finals or win the finals, it's a bust. The Sixers, you don't win the finals, it's a bust. Even the Nuggets, if you don't win the finals, it's a bust season. Like everybody's in the running to be winning championships now, bro. Especially for a team like the Nets. You've invested so much money into this team. It's been a couple years now. You've got close, but you haven't got there yet. No, bro, it's the time now. Like it's either win a championship or we're gone. It's not coming back. It's not we make it to the finals and then we'll try again next year, y'all. We'll see if we can do it. No, bro. Mm-hmm. Somebody's gonna be gone. You have this opportunity, and that is all. But I think that's for a lot of teams in the NBA, bro. Every team, a lot of these teams is investing so much money into the core, bro. It is win or nothing. Fuck making it to the playoffs. Fuck first round appearances, or second rounds. No, bro. It's win the championship or nothing. You can say that's even for a team like the Cavs to me. The Cavs shouldn't just be looking to make it to the playoffs. No, bro. We should be looking to win championships. You've invested in. You have Jared Allen.
I think they're still growing.
Darius Garland, Evan Mobley. Like you have a lot of talent, bro. You've invested a lot into the talent. Win championships now. You paid these people. It's time to win championships.
I think the Cavs are still growing, though. I think they're still in their developmental stages. You know, you got to crawl before you can walk, but I agree with damn near everything he said until you got to the Cavs. I think
06 D Wade did not crawl, my brother. Went straight to running. Went straight to hurdling, actually.
Yeah, bro.
Went straight to hurdling.
Everybody is not 06 D Wade, brother. Everybody
I'm just saying.
I hear you, people.
Well, you pay Darius Garland $198 million. You paid Darius Garland $198 million, so you better look like 06 D Wade.
Yeah, bros. But I will also say in argument to that, in my humble opinion, I think the league is a lot more competitive now than it was in 06.
That's definitely true. I'm just saying in basics, bro, the Cavs have to be looking at championship or bust.
So if the Cavs make it to the second round of the playoffs, that's not a successful season for them. Next year, second round of playoffs. And they run into the Milwaukee Bucks. And they get bounced in the second round.
No,
That's
not
not a
with the
successful
talent that you have.
season.
No, not with the talent that you
Did
have.
the boy even
You
get
have
out to
Lowry
play in
Market.
last year, brother? Did the boy even get out to play in last year, bro?
That's not. I'm talking about now. You have a full core team that's ready to go. You feel me? You got Lowry Marketing, you got Jared Allen, you got Evan Mobley, Karis LeVert, Darius Garland, Colin Sexton. You have a lot of talent on that team. Second round appearances will not get the job done. It's championship or nothing. To me personally, it's championship or nothing.
But getting to the second round of playoffs, would that not be taking a step forward? Like, is that not moving in the right direction?
It is moving in the right direction, bro. But the main goal to me is championship or nothing.
And I hear that.
It's an unsuccessful season. If we like, our goal should not be on the calendar. Let's make it to the second round of the playoffs, and that's okay. Nah, bro. Our goal is let's win the championship. We have the talent to do it.
Do they?
I mean, for the Cavs, for the Cavs, I don't think so.
With everything you just named on the Cavs, are they the best team in the East?
No, but we can even say the same thing for the Hawks. You've just went and acquired DeJounte Murray, an all-star guard. Well, what is a second round appearance going to do?
Well, I think the Hawks are hyped. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Hawks are hyped.
It's time to win championships. Personally, to me, bros, I think all 30 teams not 30, excuse me. There's about 16 teams in the NBA where it is time to win championships. You've invested so much money into the core of your team. It is no Eastern Conference, Western Conference appearances, and that's a successful season. No, bros. It is. I need a ring at the end of it. I need a trophy. That is a successful season for about 16 teams.
And the
maybe
Cavs are
15,
one of those
14.
Teams.
And the Cavs, to me, happen to be a part of those.
They're one of those things. Okay.
That's what I personally think.
All right, so let me ask you. Let's say the Hornets make the second round of the playoffs. Is that a successful season for the Hornets?
The Hornets making the playoffs would be a successful season with no Miles Bridges.
What is up with that? Have they said anything about that?
Well, I'm just gonna assume that the homie is not playing basketball. That's what he could be playing in the jumpsuit or being in a jumpsuit. You feel me?
Not 1,000%.
I have no plans for him playing basketball. So if you are just asking LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier and PJ Washington to come out here and win basketball games with the type of basketball y'all play, well, no, you making the playoffs would be a successful season. But I don't think I would quite put that's why when I said the Hornets could make the playoffs, but I said kind of like 14 teams because they might be one of those teams who slip in there but don't really have a chance at really competing just because of the brand of basketball y'all play and you just don't have enough talent. I genuinely think the Cavs have enough talent to say it's championship or nothing this year.
I hear you.
Personally.
Okay. Excuse me. I hear that, and I could run with that. I could run with that. I don't want to spend too much time here. We're gonna move into next area. College football did kick off today.
Excited.
Very, very excited, bros. I woke up this morning. Even after
unlock character sometimes.
No, 100%. But this morning, bros, woke up. College game day was on bright and early. Felt good. Obviously, wasn't really no marquee games on today. Best game of the day probably just went off. And I will tell you, bros, it was a very, very entertaining football game. I'm actually about to talk about it just in brief a little bit. Mainly because I would like to talk about the Nebraska coach. Now, I know you didn't really watch the game. You were tapped into
European soccer.
That European football. And for that, congratulations to your ball club this morning. So I'll start with saying this, bros, talking about Nebraska. Nebraska did drop the ball game 31-28. Nebraska was 12-point favorites, 12.5-point favorites when it closed. So they lost the game that they were damn near 2 touchdown favorites in. And what I will say in watching the game and noticing and then hearing everything that was talked about and you start piecing things together from years prior, I'm actually very, very confused as to how Scott Frost still has a job. Because, I mean, my brother, I was on the phone with JT, and he said something about one of his work buddies is a Nebraska fan, and he was saying, if Nebraska don't win 10 games this year, and it's a disappointing season. I thought, so when the fuck is Nebraska last win 10 games? When the last time Nebraska won 10 games? What is he talking about? 10 games? When the last time y'all won 10 games?
That
Bro,
boy
10
wishing
games.
on a star. He wishing on a
Brother,
star.
oh, whoa, him. So I went to Wikipedia. I said, hold on, let me go see what Nebraska seasons is looking like. P. That bought Scott Frost's record as because I had seen it before the game started. Then I was just looking at it. So his record, and this is his 5th season at Nebraska. His record through 4 seasons, some goofy shit like 15-29. Like the homie, like yeah, bro. There's been seasons of like 5-9,
Serial
4-9.
loser. The homie is a serial loser.
Hey, the homie is addicted to taking L's. Like, hey, and so I would tell you, bros, even that serial killing, bros, is or serial losing is even worse. They was talking about it from last year. The homie was 0-8 last year in 1-possession games. They played in games, 1-possession games with teams that was in the college football playoffs last year, like Michigan. 1-possession game. Just cannot close football games. 0-8. 0-8. If I'm not mistaken, Nebraska was like 3-9 last year. Well, brother, 0-8. If you change that to 8-0, be 11-1, and you might be a CFP team. And so, but I'm just like, damn, how does the homie still have a job? So today, bros, before the game started, I just blindly bet. I threw it out there, theme for some action. I ain't researched nothing about nothing. I just like, okay, yeah, bros. I just feeling for some action. So I threw a little like 20 on Nebraska and the 52. And I would say the quarterbacks looked good. Nebraska's quarterback, he looked solid. I don't really, Nebraska just folded in the second half. It's hard to say. The quarterback made plays. He'll probably have play number 1 and 2 on SportsCenter's top 10 tonight. He made 2 ridiculous ass plays, one of which a ball got snapped over his head. He bopped it up in the air, caught it running backwards, turned around, found a receiver for a first down. Another play, he took off out the pocket. This is the Thompson boy. He was at Texas last year. He's scrambling out the pocket. He turns around, bro. He literally he's scrambling. He has the football tucked, like he's tucked and running. Bro, before he hits the line of scrimmage, he turns around. He's running backwards towards his end zone. The homie just turns around, plants his feet, and with the DN like 2 yards away from him, launches a 40-yard bomb down the field. And so you could see that the quarterback was making plays. They were moving the ball. The first drive, Nebraska came out and moved the ball easily. And even at one point in the second half, Nebraska went up 28-17. 28-17. Did some goofy ass onside kick foolishness. Not really the smartest coaching move. Scott Frost. And from there, things just went downhill for your ball club. What's crazy, bro, Northwestern won this football game in the fourth quarter. There was at one point where Northwestern that ran the ball like 11 or 12 times in a row. Like he was literally on 3rd and 8. I'm going to just run it. I don't care. Like y'all are not going to win the game. I'm going to make you win the game. He's literally looking across the sideline and saying, well, you were 0-8 in 1-possession games. I'm up 1 possession. I don't have to have my quarterback put the ball in harm's way to try to collect first downs. I'll just run it, milk the clock, and punt it.
Yeah.
And so
it is a smarter solution.
100%. And it's crazy because it worked out for him. The entire fourth quarter, Nebraska had, I think, 3 opportunities, maybe 4, to go up and at least get a field goal. They couldn't even get a field goal to put it in the overtime. So I'm interested to see when Scott Frost will get hot. If it'll get hot, I'm not too sure. Again, I'm very, very confused on 4 straight, not just losing seasons, not like, 6 and 7. No, the homies, again, he's 3 and 9. Like, so I'm not too sure with that. But moving on, a question I want to ask you. I don't know, do you want to add anything to Scott Frost and the Nebraska Cornhuskers?
Well, shit, it looked like the standard of football over there is not the standard of LSU, so I could care less.
Right, and I'm glad you said that because I'm about to transition right there. So I want to ask you, I heard the other day I was listening to Brian Kelly, and he said sometime early this week, Monday or this coming week, Monday, Tuesday, he's looking to name a starter. And he's basically just like, it's been a tight run, but we know we got to make a decision. We're not going to wait until last minute to make a decision. Obviously, right now, you got to think, okay, well, it's Saturday. We're watching college football. People come Monday. We prepping for Florida State. So we like to know who's QB1. And obviously, I'm under the impression the team already knows. The coaching staff already knows, right? They just haven't released it to the public yet, because why would I give you any opportunity and advantage to prepare? But who do you think it's going to be? If you,
I definitely think it's Jaden Daniels, boy. I definitely think it's a Jaden Daniels fella. And I'm happy with the decision. I'm okay with the decision. Go out here, because I watched Arizona State when he was a freshman. I saw some clips of him doing some real immaculate work.
Right.
So I do want to see him get his opportunity. Once again, this is not the Pac-12, my brother. This is SEC football, where it get really, really gritty on Saturdays. It get really, really dirty. So you will have to bring your A game. But I definitely want to see if he has the potential to succeed, bros. And I think he potentially does. Once again, playing at LSU, the standard we play with, you only will have a couple downs, a couple snaps. Bro, I think Brian Kelly, he'll throw Noose in that first game as well to see what he can do. See if he ready for the light.
It's crazy you say that because they asked him that. It's crazy you say that because they asked him that. They asked him, I know you're gonna name your starter, but is there a possibility that we see quarterback too? And the answer he gave was kind of like, we don't want to have to switch the quarterback once we make our QB1 decision, but that's not something I can really answer right now. Meaning, I don't know if in the time of game one, I see the guy one that we went with is not getting the job done and we need a spark. Well, then we're going to go with guy two and see what he can do.
It sounded like the competition was close enough.
Right, exactly.
That to put him in the game, you feel me? So I do think, once again, you only have a small window of opportunity, bro. So it's going to have to be a successful window, bros. But I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm happy that he's going to start off against Florida State, not a formidable team in the last couple of years, but a team that you could kind of respect.
They got a name.
And with the level we've been playing at lately.
Right.
We better respect.
We lost to UCLA last year, so.
And not even just lost, got manhandled, but we'll talk about that another time.
Right.
Or we won't talk about it again, ever again.
Yeah, let's just move forward.
But I do think it's going to be Jaden Daniels, bros. But once again, you will have a very small window to play with.
I agree. Sometimes that's not for the best, because when you're playing with that pressure, knowing any mistake could be the mistake that gets you yanked, it makes you a little tight as a quarterback. You don't play as loose. You don't play as free. You play as free. Your decision making is not as concise because you overthinking it because you don't want to make the mistake. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. That kind of how that saying goes. If you have two quarterbacks, then you don't have no quarterback. So I will think it's gonna. Go ahead.
I will say a lot of that shit come down to character, though, bro. It's like
1,000%. 1,000%.
If you're that guy, pal, and you'll be that guy. You'll be that guy, bros. Once you're given the job, bros, you'll take that on.
Can I give you a great example of it? Can I give you a great example of what you're saying? Beam.
Please do.
Beam. The boss CJ Stroud, brother. The boss CJ Stroud, who they didn't even really want to bring. Was that the leader lover? That the leader lover. They didn't even really want to bring my boy out because younger lady decided he wanted to galvanize with his high school club. They called my boss CJ back. Hey, CJ, you still want to fool with us, brother? CJ Stroud went to Ohio State. And then think about who came to Ohio State last year. Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers was damn near the highest rated prospect ever coming out of high school football. Quinn Ewers had $1 million NIL deal in which pushed him to, I'm going to graduate early so I can go to Ohio State and get my money. CJ Stroud said, P, you can come over here if you want to. He'll come here if you want it.
This ain't what you want.
hey, QB1 locked over. Yeah. QB1 locked over. Yeah, I promise you.
Very secure. Very secure.
I got you. Him. So that to what you're saying, a character like CJ Stroud, and again, I'm a big fan of CJ Stroud. I love me some CJ Stroud. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I look at it, bros, and a character like CJ Stroud with the character he got, like you said, that's not gonna phase him. Jay Daniels, I hope you got some CJ Stroud in you, brother. Say all that to say. I hope you got some CJ Stroud in you, people. And I will say, bros, and I said it on me and Zach spoke about it on the phone before. It says something about him in the way that his team reacted to him leaving from Arizona State. And it says something about him in a positive way.
Wait, what was the reaction?
Well, you remember they had the videos of them like throwing all his stuff in his locker away. And, one of the cats on there was like, forget him, he trash, whatever. There's basically like, no, they went in on him. You never seen that video?
Nah.
Damn, now that you say that, I wish I could share the screen, but I don't feel like going through all that right now and pull it up on YouTube. But yeah, bros, it was on social media. They was like throwing all this stuff out his locker, and it was like, fuck him, he's sorry, blah blah blah. And in my head, obviously everybody takes that like, oh, he was a bad teammate. They hate him, this, that, and the third. Well, it's like that's what y'all think when you only look at the surface level. But if you look at that a little bit deeper, bro, well, like, no, they was hurt. The homie left. Like, that's why you acting like that. If y'all didn't want the homie on the team, y'all would have been glad he was gone.
Oh, me.
Like, y'all wouldn't have
must
cleared
have
been,
must have been the heart and soul of the organization.
You understand? Like, I didn't see nobody else stuff getting thrown away, and he's not the only boy that transferred. I can guarantee you that. Mm-hmm. He's not the only one that transferred, so clearly y'all was a little affected. So that let me know he got some locker room sweat, Pete. He probably got some locker room sweat over here. With the guys, Pete, I know they probably fool with noose as well. They probably torn, torn in between the two. But
and to also say, bro, he came to LSU. Like, people can say what they want to. LSU football is the biggest program in college football there is. And that's not even no bias. It's really not no bias, bro. It's really just the truth. We are the biggest program, bro. We put the best talent into the NFL. We play in the SEC. We compete at a high level.
Even with boo-boo coaches like Les Miles and Ed Ogeron.
You feel me? So I just think there is no better opportunity for you to showcase your greatness every Saturday than playing in the purple and gold, and that being with LSU.
And thinking about also to piggyback on that, what you just said, number one, brother, I can guarantee you, people, you did not have no Jack Becks at Arizona State, brother. You did
no Kayshon Bouttes.
You did not have no Bouttes, brother. No Bouttes. People
no Kayshon Bouttes.
In Arizona, brother. Kayshon Bouttes, people, promise you. You didn't play with no receivers like that, bro. And the other homie right now, his name is slipping me, bro. His name is slipping me. But we got another receiver. Damn, his name is slipping me right now.
I know you're talking about.
Say ball been getting loose. Huh?
5.
I'm not sure what his number is either, brother. But I'm gonna know come next week. I'm gonna know come next week when it's that time. And realistically, bros, I was just in Nebraska. Nebraska took one of our receivers last year, and they're using him as their number one. And it's just like, think about that, bros. Like, Nebraska took a receiver from LSU that really wasn't getting no burn, which is why he transferred. And now over here, he's y'all number one. That just goes to show you how deep our wide receiver room be at LSU. And so with that being said, Jay Daniels, again, yes, bros, you got a prime opportunity on you, brother. You got a prime opportunity. People, you could literally go from being Jaden Daniels right now, brother, just regular Jaden Daniels, to people come December, you could be Jaden Daniels, first round pick, people. All right. Now, the choice is yours, brother.
First pick, bro. You perform at a high level in SEC, bro, at LSU.
It's possible.
Be Bama. Be Bama. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you will have to do a little something to beat out CJ Stroud and Bryce Young at that number one pick, people. But
oh God, never mind. He stands no chance. No chance.
We're gonna see. And so with that, bros, last question I'll ask you another. It's crazy. We fans of two teams right now with very interesting quarterback battles, and obviously two very, very close quarterback battles. We are a week away from each season, the NFL season and college football. Well, college football is already here, so and neither of our teams have named a quarterback. The Steelers have every indication that Mitch is the guy to start the season. And the one question I will ask you, I know obviously we spoke on this before, just to see if where you at has changed. Do you think Mitch should still be the guy to start week one?
Yeah, it does no harm. It does no harm to start him. You feel me? Go out there, let us see what he can do. If you really got this high faith in Kenny Pickett, then we might as well just see what Mitch can do for a little bit. If you want to sit back and develop Kenny Pickett, if you want to groom him a little bit, but I think you let Mitch go out there perform. Now, if it's not looking good, 3-4 games in, then all right, that is the time where you do got to go out there and you got to put Kenny Pickett apart in the game. But now for the first 4 games or so, we'll probably settle with throw that bitch Mitch, and I'm perfectly okay with that.
I'm gonna tell you, my position on that has kind of changed. Which is one of the reasons I want to bring it up. I'm now kind of just of the mindset that if they're that close, if it's neck and neck, and to say where it's like there's no definitive difference in between Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky, other than Mitch has a little more experience. But if from what the skill you're seeing on the field, the swagger you're seeing on the field, the command of the huddle, et cetera, if it ain't that much different, then bro, I'm always of the mindset, ain't no better teacher than experience. So all of that sitting back and watching the game, I do feel that it definitely does help to kind of get a scope of what of the land you in before you just go in diving trying to win in foreign territory. But I also feel like if it's gonna be Mitch, maybe a game or two, 3 max for me personally. I just feel like let's get the ball rolling quick. I would like to be able to kind of establish what we have now. Like, let's know now, or at least start to develop a good idea now of what we have versus waiting on it. Like, bro, next year the quarterback room draft room is going to be deep. And if Kenny Pickett may look like he cannot be the guy, and I will say, this preseason he looks like he can't be the guy. Obviously, it's just been 2 preseason football games, but he's looked damn near perfect in the 2 preseason football games he's played. But if throughout the regular season we get a chance 10, 12, 13, 14 games to see, okay, well, maybe might not be Kenny, then at least you can draft somebody to bring some competition in for next year as well. But this, if you can solidify, okay, boom, Kenny is the guy. Okay, bet. Well, now if we know Kenny is the guy, well, the next year our focus should be on getting the best left tackle in the draft. Like,
Easy.
and now
it's the first round pick on a guy that we could have got late 3rd round.
Right, exactly. And our O-line is still looking very, 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 very suspect. Dan Moore, Kendrick Green on that left side, very, 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 very suspect. We'll have to be alive. Maybe that might be one reason they don't play Kenny is because they don't want to get him hit like that, knowing that.
I wouldn't blame him.
Right, no, and if that's the case, I 100% feel it, agree, and would actually suggest y'all continue moving forward in that practice. But because Dan Moore, Kendrick Green, what I've seen from y'all this preseason is literally zero development from last year. I've seen literally zero progression from either one of you cats, and that just can't be all season. And so if it's gonna have to be a quarterback on the move all year and getting banged up, Mitch, I do fool with you, yeah, brother. But if you're not gonna be our guy moving forward, then I'd rather not.
Yeah, the future
like that.
Yeah, I respect that.
So they got their final preseason game tomorrow, and we will see what's up with that. But it'll probably be very standard. Mitch and them will probably come out get a drive. Kenny and them will probably come out get a drive. Mason will probably come out get a drive. They'll probably let the other boy they drafted this year get some tick. Finish that game out. I doubt any of the defensive starters will really play. Devin Bush should definitely be out there playing, I think. But, I don't know where he'll be at.
Develop that motherfucker as much as you can.
That ball need as much tick as possible, people. As much tick as possible, people, or move around. Like, so that's that. But anyway, bro, as we close, we're gonna go ahead and close it up here. LSU kicks off next Sunday. We got Florida State. The Steelers kick off the Sunday after that. We open with Smoke'em them and the Bengals. Fantasy football. We have our fantasy football draft. Matt Cain and them, JT, Zach Jones. We got that league next Sunday. We'll be doing that fantasy draft. I don't know if you saw my text earlier, but I did set up the Big Bet Fantasy Draft League just because I had a couple people that hit me up about wanting to do a draft. And I was like, I do want to do more than one league. So I was like, all right. So got to find a couple more people for that league. But I'd actually like us to do that draft, like us be live when we do the draft. And that day I'll share the screen. And so, like, we can just put that content out there, have that. I'm going to try to have that, not even try. I need to have that done and scheduled by tomorrow. Obviously, again, the league kicks off next Thursday. So the draft would obviously have to be within the next 10, 11 days. So I'll get that all squared away. Big Bet Fantasy League be the first one we do and see how it goes, see if we continue, see if it grows. But anywho, you got anything else you want to add before we get out of here, bro?
Yep, so do. Good man, you playing good football. We didn't look the greatest today. But we got the result, and that's 3 points, and that's all that matters at the end of the game, bro. We got this new defender who we went up paid a little bit of money on. He got bullied in the first game. He 5'9", playing center back, and that's not typical. You feel me? But now he's shown 2 back-to-back man of the matches. Lisandro Martinez. Shout out to that young man. But yeah, bro, I'm excited, bros. I'm excited about Man U football. I'm excited about LSU football. I'm excited about Steeler football. Just a lot of football going around. Got me turned up. Got me
See how
excited.
quick he changed up? Y'all see how quick he changed up? 2 weeks ago, he did this. Boy was sick. Boy didn't want to have nothing to do with Man U. But he did say he was going to stay solid. He did say he was going to stay solid.
Stay down for the come up, man.
There you go.
Stay down for the come up. We ain't did too much. Just 2 back-to-back wins, but that's all I need to give me
better
hype.
than 2 back-to-back losses, brother.
Gotta roll off that. Oh, good God, way better than 2 back-to-back losses. But we gonna roll off that momentum and keep going.
That's it, bro. That's it.
So hopefully we can win a fucking Premiership League.
No, okay, yep, there you go. So congratulations to Man U. That's why he in a little bit better spirits today, y'all. So we'll get out of here. Hey, what time you work tomorrow?
I'm off tomorrow.
Okay, hey, we're gonna go in the morning. I work tomorrow night, but we're gonna go in the morning. Tomorrow's segment will be strictly on the US Open, getting ready to start. We'll do
and the US Open do start.
Yeah, people, they didn't already started the qualifiers. Qualifiers started earlier this week. So we'll hit a couple segments on the US Open tomorrow. We'll run that in the morning. With that being said, y'all, we appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Make sure y'all follow Big Bet Sports, all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you at on social media. Also, Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you get your podcasts. We will be out for today. We'll be back on tomorrow. We appreciate y'all. Good seeing you, my brother. It's good to get back in the flow.
Always.
A little bit of time off, brother, but now it's time to gotta stay locked in.
Rev it back in.
We'll holler at y'all, brother. Y'all stay up.